From the McCormick Gymnasium in Fargo, North Dakota, good evening, everyone. I'm Connor Smith alongside Wyatt Lyer as we get set for North Dakota high school girls basketball action as the Shanley Deacons prepare to take on the West Fargo High School Packers. Girls varsity basketball on Shanley TV is presented in high definition by the Shanley Athletic Club, taking Deacon athletes to a higher level. So Wyatt, what are you looking for in today's game?
You know, this should be a great game. Good defensive battle by both teams, but also we have the two leading scorers in the EDC with Akili Moulton from West Fargo averaging 22 points a game and Sarah Jacobson from Shanley averaging 21.3. Those are two key players to watch here tonight. Hopefully they put on a show for us.
Yeah, both those players very high shooting percentages as well. What do you think that West Fargo can exploit in this tough Shanley defense?
You know, they really have a good height advantage against the Shanley team. The only really tall girl Shanley has is Emily Dietz, 6'3" post. That's going to be tough for West Fargo to stop, but they have big guards, and hopefully they can use that to their advantage tonight.
Absolutely. What are some other players to watch?
For the Deacons, Emily Dietz, as I just mentioned, she's a 6'3" junior. She will be a force in the paint, rebounding, blocking shots. And for the West Fargo Packers, Kennedy Sand, a 6-foot guard. She has great guard play. She's tall and she's physical, so should be a good battle tonight.
It'll be interesting to see if she can compete with the stellar Shanley guard play as well.
Yes.
Some other stats, some other leading categories for each of these teams. Fargo Shanley has the two highest percentage three-point shooters in the EDC. Sarah Jacobson leading with 63% and Annie Swenson coming at second at 50%. So obviously, you know, guard play is Shanley's key to success.
Yes,
and
it is.
West Fargo, you know, their height is obviously that's something we'll have to watch. Now we'll send it downstairs for the prayer and national anthem, and we'll be right back.
Good evening and welcome to the McCormick Gymnasium on the campus of Shanley High School for tonight's Eastern Dakota Conference girls basketball game featuring the visitors on the scoreboard, the West Fargo Packers, and your home team, Shanley Deacons. Shanley High School would like to remind all fans that we are a tobacco-free facility, so we ask that you refrain from smoking on the school grounds during your visit this evening. The concession stand and restrooms here at Shanley High School are located in the commons area. At this time, I ask that you please rise to remove all headwear as Father Charles LaCroix will lead us in prayer.
In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit, amen. Thanks and praise be to you, God and Father of our Lord Jesus Christ, who has bestowed on us in Christ every spiritual blessing in the heavens. And we thank you indeed for the blessing of being able to be together here tonight. Be with us, watch over us, guide us, bless us, protect us. Keep the players free from injury and harm. Allow them to enjoy the contest here tonight. And let everything that we think, say, and do give you great honor, glory, and praise. We pray all this in the name of your Son, Jesus, by the power of your Holy Spirit. You are God forever and ever. Amen. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Please remain standing as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem. Cheerleaders.
Now for the starting lineups. First for the cheerleaders.
The North Dakota High School Activities Association and the Eastern Dakota Conference encourage and promote women's sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators. We ask that you cheer for your team and be respectful of the opponent. As high school student athletes, we commit to fair play, responsibility, and respect. We invite you to support our effort.
And now let's introduce the West Fargo cheerleaders. They are coached by Chase Stewart and Alicia Bates. Your cheerleaders for the West Fargo Packers, Emma Denuser.
Cheerleaders for the West Fargo Packers, Peyton Clark, Emma Denuser, Rihanna Kaldebecken, Emma Kenbecker, Lexi Johnson, and Bella Kirklowski. And starting lineups, starting at a guard for the West Fargo Packers, number 14, Kennedy Sand, a 6-foot guard.
For Shanley, a guard, number 12, Shanley Jacobson.
A guard for the Packers, a 6-foot senior, number 24, Elizabeth Kruger.
A 5'8" senior guard, number 14, Ellen Erie.
At forward for the Packers, a 6-foot forward, number 32, Akili Moulton.
At guard for the Deacons, number 23, Annie Swenson.
At guard for the Packers, 5'11" junior, number 33, Gabby Dubois.
A forward for the Deacons, 24, Lauren Rotunda.
At center for the Packers, a 6-foot senior, number 23, Shelby Larson.
At center for the Deacons, number 32, Emily Dietz. As we get ready for the tip-off, Wyatt, what are the keys to success for each of these teams?
You know, good defense. Shanley has gotten a lot of steals by guard 14, Ellen Erie. Hopefully she can get some more here. And for the Packers, really use their height, against these smaller Deacon guards.
We'll see if those goals can be accomplished as we get ready for the tip-off. Tipping off for Shanley, Emily Dietz. And for West Fargo, Akili Moulton. And West Fargo wins the tip. Coming down the court, Sand. No good on the shot. Moulton with the rebound. That doesn't go either. Shanley, Sarah Jacobson brings up the ball. To Erie. To Swenson. Back to Jacobson. Jacobson puts up a shot, and it's good. The off-balance two-pointer.
That's one of Sarah's stronger moves there, the fadeaway jumper.
And Erie with the steal. Gives it to Jacobson. Dishes it out to Rotunda, and her shot does not go. West Fargo with the rebound. Sand with the ball. Across to Dubois. To Kruger. Back to Dubois. Down to the post. And Larson's shot is good. Jacobson to Swenson. Back to Jacobson. Out to Erie. To Rotunda. Back to Erie and back to Rotunda. And Jacobson drives, kicks out to Erie, puts up the three. It's no good. Larson with the rebound. Moulton taking the ball up the court. To Kruger. Down to Du Bois. Out to Sand, and she drives. And her shot is no good. Jacobson ends up with the rebound. Oh, no. Great play by the Packers as Du Bois gets the two.
Good effort to stick with it there by Kennedy Sand. Getting the rebound and the assist for the Packers.
Rotunda drives and is denied by the great Packer defense. Jacobson with the steal, down to Rotunda, and that's two for the Deacons. Great heads-up play by Jacobson. Moulton taking the ball up the court. Down to the post, and Larson gets the bucket. Jacobson taking the ball up the court. Out to Swenson, who takes the three, and that's no good. Larson with the rebound. And she gets the ball to Sand, who takes it up the court for the Packers. Out to Kruger, who takes a shot, and it's good. Nice baseline shot from Kruger.
Great shooting here from the Packers early.
That's what they're going to have to do if they want to contend with these Shanley guards. And Jacobson with the three. That's no good. Off the mark. Sand takes the ball up the court. Rotunda with the steal. Jacobson drives. No foul call, but Dietz gets the rebound. Out to Rotunda. 3-second violations called against the Deacons as Du Bois inbounds to Sand. Rotunda takes a hard fall and also gets the foul. You see the replay. Heads up play by Erie, but West Fargo retains possession. Du Bois with the inbound. Into Kruger. And Larson's shot is just a bit off the mark. Nice pass by Jacobson into Dietz.
Great passing here from the Shanley Deacons early, getting those assists.
Trying to run the court, a strength of the team. Sand takes the shot, and that's a little bit off the mark. Great play by West Fargo to keep it in bounds, and they retain possession. Larson out to Sand. She takes the contested shot, and it's good. Great take by Sand. Jacobson with the ball. To Erie. All the way across, back to Jacobson. She takes the shot, and that's good.
Deacons hanging in here early with the great shooting from the Packers.
Moulton with a contested shot. That's no good. She gets the rebound and gets fouled. Moulton will go to the line and get 2 free throws. First free throws of the game for either team. First shot is good for Moulton. As you see the replay here, great effort. And the foul. Second shot. And that is also good as we have a 12-8 score with West Fargo at the advantage. 13 minutes left in the first half. Rotunda taking the ball. Ooh. Great play by Moulton as she comes streaking down the court after making 2 free throws.
Good hustle play by Moulton there.
Absolutely.
Not letting the pass get to Dietz for the easy bucket.
Something Shanley would try to do as best as they can, get those great assists as Jacobson gets to Dietz. Good shot from Dietz.
Good look off there by Jacobson. Faking all the defenders out. Making the easy pass to Dietz for 2.
As Kruger kicks it out to Larson. Deacons get the ball back. Jacobson with the pull-up. That's no good. As Sand takes the ball back up the court for the Packers. To Du Bois. And Jacobson with the steal. Though with the left-handed layup is no good. What looked like an easy layup is not so for Jacobson.
Jacobson having an off night here tonight so far. Hopefully she can get back on track.
Traveling violation called on the Packers.
Basketball. Checking in for the Packers, number 42, Keely Walker.
Checking in for the Packers, number 42, Walker. And shots, number 4. As Jacobson takes the ball up the court. Out to Erie, into Dietz. Back to Erie, across to Jacobson. To Dietz. To Jacobson on the perimeter. Dietz with the shot. And that rims out. Jump ball is called. Great effort by Erie.
Jump ball, alternating possession. It'll stay Deacon basketball.
It'll stay Deacon basketball.
Good effort by Erie getting on the floor.
Checking in for the Deacons.
Tying up
Sierra Bird.
the Packer defender.
That's what you think. In a game like this, both teams need to make those kind of plays in order to come out with a victory. Jacobson gets it to Rotunda. Out to Jacobson. Back to Rotunda at the top of the key. To Jacobson with the shot. And that's good. If you're West Fargo, you don't want her to get started.
No, if she gets started, really energizes the rest of these guards for the Shanley Deacons and can be hard to stop.
Sand with the ball. Drives. And a foul is called on number 14, Kennedy Sand.
Kennedy Sand, that's her first personal, first team foul.
Her first personal, first team as we get to see the replay of the foul. Quite a physical game so far.
Yes, it has been from both teams.
Rotunda with the ball. Way over to Jacobson. She shoots again. That's no good. And Moten with the rebound. Moten take the ball up the court. Into number 42, Keely Walker. Great defense by the Deacons. Rotunda with the shot. And that's a little bit off as the West Fargo Packers will get the ball back with 10:40 left in the first half. Kennedy Sand inbounding. Back to Moten. Rotunda with the steal on the breakaway to Jacobson, and travel is called on Rotunda.
Sloppy play from the Deacons here.
Absolutely, they want to eliminate that. Still managed to have a 1-point lead with 10:27 left in the first half, but see what they can do to change that up. Don't forget to join us this Friday, January 8th, for girls varsity basketball versus Wahpeton. Live coverage begins at 7:30 p.m. right here on Shanley TV. So Wyatt, what do you think of the game so far?
It's been a hard-fought game so far. Both teams are being very physical, just sloppy play. Shots aren't falling for the Deacons. Hopefully they can get those shots to fall. And
well, we expected a good game. That's exactly what we've gotten so far. The first bit of the first half. As the Packers will inbound. Out to Kruger, who will bring the ball up the court for the Packers. Jacobson Jacobson with the steal. She takes a hard fall and will go to the line for 2 free throws. As we see the replay, you're going to think that the Deacons are going to want to get to the free throw line, if those other shots aren't falling from beyond the 3-point line. Jacobson will shoot her first. And that's good. She doesn't miss too many of those, folks.
Deacons have been very good from the charity stripe here so far this year.
And Jacobson misses her second shot. Moten taking the ball up the court. Out to Sand. To Kruger. Back to Sand. Out to Moten. Into Walker, who makes the bucket. Great post play by the Packers as Jacobson takes the ball up the court for the Deacons. Out to Erie. Back across to Jacobson. Out to Rotunda, who takes the 3, and it's good.
Good passing from the Deacons, finding Rotunda open in the corner for 3.
So far, a lot of passing around the 3-point lines. A place the Deacons seem to be at home. Jacobson with another steal. On a fast break, she pulls up out to Erie, who takes the 3. Berg is in there, did not get the rebound. Moten with the rebound is taking the ball up the court. And it looks like the Packers will retain possession.
Back in for the Packers, number 33, Gabby Dubois. Checking in for the Deacons, number 23, Annie Swinson.
Dubois back in the game and will inbound the ball. Dubois back into number 33, Dubois, who gets the bucket right after coming off the bench.
Good job so far here by the Packers, really utilizing those post moves and getting some big buckets here in the early first half.
To Rotunda, into Berg, out to Swenson, into Dietz, who misses the shot, but Jacobson gets the ball back, into Dietz. That shot does not fall as Dubois gets the rebound. Taking up the court is Dubois. To Moten. To Sand. Out to Kruger. Back to Sand. And her shot does not fall. But she does get the rebound. Kruger driving. Her shot does fall. And with just under 8 minutes left, West Fargo Packers up by 1. Swenson into Dietz, who gets the bucket, but that won't count.
Falls on number 33, Gabby Dubois, her first personal.
Foul on Dubois.
13 foul. Deacon basketball underneath.
Jacobson inbounding. To Dietz. To Swenson. Back to Jacobson, who pops the 3, and that's off the mark. And West Fargo will get the ball back as Dubois inbounds.
Jacobson not having her night tonight. Shots just been a bit off for her tonight. Hopefully she can turn that around.
Shot's not quite falling. That's not something the Deacons want to see, but luckily, pretty deep at the guard position as Kruger takes the ball up the court. To Dubois, to Sand. Out to Larson. Back to Kruger, to Sand. Out to Dubois, who takes the 3, and that's no good. Berg with the rebound. And foul called on Dubois. Her second, team's 4th. And Dietz will inbound the ball.
And for the Packers, number 4, Mariah Schatz.
In for the Packers, number 4, Mariah Schatz. Jake has been taking the ball up the court. Out to Swenson, who shoots the three, and that's a little bit off. As Kruger takes the ball up the court for the Packers on the fast break. Out to Larson, who misses. Sand with the rebound. Oh, that's not. It is Schatz. Apologize, and she gets the bucket as Jacobson takes it to Swenson.
West Fargo with the early lead.
Swenson misplayed the ball as Sand has the ball coming up the court for the Packers. Foul called on Sand. As you see the replay, Swenson hit the ground hard as the physicality continues. Elineri checking in for the Deacons as Jacobson takes the ball up the court. To Rotunda to Dietz. Back to Jacobson to Erie to Rotunda. She shoots the three, and that's good from Lauren Rotunda.
And we're all tied up at 20.
With just under 6.5 minutes left in the first half. Foul called on the Deacons as they tried to get an easy steal. Fouls on 14. Alan Erie, first personal, third team foul. Shots into Sand as she dribbles through the Deacons defense. Puts up a shot, that's no good. Erie with the rebound. She gets it to Dietz and back to Jacobson, who takes the ball up the court for the Deacons. Jacobson to Rotunda, to Berg, into Dietz, and that pass goes the wrong way as Moten takes the ball up the court. Great take from the junior. What a take from the 6-foot forward.
Moten going coast to coast. Getting the lay-in.
Impressive athleticism as Dietz hits the two.
Dietz with the long two.
And the steal. Jacobson with the ball. Dribbling around back to the three-point line to Erie. To Rotunda. Jacobson, who shoots from the baseline, and she is good from a little bit inside the three-point line.
Shanley takes the lead once again.
Moten with the ball. Great ball skills from Moten. Just Sand with the ball, Moten in the post. And that's no good as Jacobson gets the ball back for the Deacons. Out to Erie for the three. And that's a little off the mark. As Dietz hits it out of bounds, and West Fargo will have possession. Shots inbounding. Checking in from the Packers, Gabby DuBois, number 33. And Annie Svensson in for the Deacons. Sand with the ball. Jacobson with the steal. Great play to get to Svensson. And she gets the easy two. What a play from Jacobson.
Good hustle play from Jacobson. Getting on the floor. Getting the pass to Svensson.
Somehow getting that to Svensson as Kruger has the ball. Into Larson, out to DuBois, who misses her first shot with the rebound. Goes back up and misses a second. Jacobson with the ball. Out to Erie. To Svensson. To Jacobson. Foul called on West Fargo. That'll be the 16th foul. Fouls on Kruger, number 24. With 3:52 left in the first half, Erie is inbounding the ball for the Deacons. Erie to Jacobson at the three-point line. To Rotunda. Erie out to Svensson with the open three, and that's good for the Deacons.
Great pass by Erie, taking the hit, getting knocked down, and
you don't want Svensson to have time out there on the three-point line either.
No.
As Sand gets it to Kruger.
Svensson can be deadly.
Steal by Rotunda. The give to Jacobson is no good, but the Deacons will retain possession.
Checking back in for the Deacons, number 32, Emily Dietz.
And checking back in for the Deacons is Emily Dietz. To Jacobson with the contested shot. That's no good. Kruger with the rebound. To Sand. Back to Kruger. Back to Sand, to Dubois. To Larson in the post, who gets tangled up and called for the travel. Good defensive play by the Deacons as Jacobson takes the ball up the court. Jacobson to Erie. Out to Rotunda. Thought about the three and took a step as she was called for the traveling violation. Dubois will inbound for the Packers. To Moten. Out to Sand. Looking for some help. Out to Moten. To Kruger. And her shot is not good from the free throw line as Jacobson takes the ball for the Deacons. And Rotunda couldn't quite get a handle on it on the pass from Jacobson. As West Fargo will get the ball back. Dubois inbounding. To Sand, who will take the ball up the court. To Kruger. Out to Dubois. Great play by Erie, but Moten somehow ends up with the ball. Dubois with a three. Does not fall for the Packers, and the Deacons will take the ball back. With 2 minutes left in the first half, Dietz inbounds to Jacobson. To Rotunda. Out to Dietz behind the three-point line. To Swenson with another open three. And that doesn't quite fall for the Deacons, but Dietz with the rebound. To Erie. And Sand with the rebound for the Packers. Foul called on Jacobson, her first personal, fourth team foul. Neither team yet in the bonus, and with a minute and a half left, quite the low-scoring game, wouldn't you say, Wyatt?
Yes, it has been. Both teams sloppy shooting, sloppy play. Hopefully
Absolutely.
they can turn it around in the second half.
As Dubois gets the ball out behind the three-point line to Sand. Back to Dubois. Into Moten. Moten almost with the contested shot to fall, but she'll go to the free throw line. Foul on Dietz, second personal. Fifth team foul. Moten will shoot two. Moten's first shot is off. As you see the replay from that great play from Moten down in the post. And Moten will take her second free throw. And that shot is good. As we have a 6-point game with a little bit over a minute remaining in the first half. Jacobson to Swenson. To Erie. Back to Swenson, who will take the three. And that doesn't fall. Not quite the guard shooting we're used to seeing
No.
from the Shanley Deacons.
Under a minute left to play in the first half.
Moten with the ball. Across to Kruger, whose shot does not quite fall, but Moten with the great rebound. And the putback. Great play from Akili Moten. Nothing the Deacons could do there. Jacobson to Erie. To Rotunda into Berg, who gets the easy bucket. Great assist from Rotunda.
Great passing.
Kruger gets tied up, and the foul is called on Erie.
Foul's on number 14, Ellen Erie, her second.
That's her second 16 foul. Both teams one foul away from the bonus with 21 seconds left as we see the replay. Physicality continues, Wyatt.
Yes, it does, from both teams.
Moulton with the ball. To Kruger, to Sand. Into Larson, who takes the shot. Great contested shot.
Shelby Larson.
And the Deacons couldn't quite get a bucket to fall at the end of regulation. I'll send it over to Wyatt. Wyatt, what are some stats we have so far?
Shots for the Packers has 2, Sand has 2, Shelby Larson has 6, Kruger has 4, Moulton has 7, Dubois has 4. And for the Deacons, Jacobson has 10, Swenson has 5, Rotunda has 8, Dietz has 6, and Berg has 2.
We'll see if the Deacons can get their shooting going in the second half as we take a halftime break. Welcome back to McCormick Gymnasium for this EDC girls basketball matchup between the Fargo Shanley Deacons and the West Fargo Packers. Wyatt, what are some keys for the second half?
You know, for the second half, for both teams, they really need to keep up with the physicality. Both teams have been really physical. West Fargo using their height in the post, getting those good layups. And Shanley, guard play has been sloppy for them. Hopefully they can pump up that guard play, and Sarah Jacobson really needs to get going for the Shanley Deacons.
Keep in mind, folks, this Shanley Deacons girls team has a 49-game win streak here at in the McCormick Gymnasium. Something to keep an eye on as this game continues.
Longest active winning streak in North Dakota, so something to keep an eye on here as the Deacons winning streak is in danger against the West Fargo Packers.
Definitely Shanley's closest game of the year so far, as they have yet to lose at home or away so far this season.
Packers playing a good overall game so far. Hopefully they can keep it up. Give the Deacons a
They're really
run
shutting
for
down
their
that guard
money.
play pretty well. It's something that other teams have not been able to do
Yes.
very well against the Deacons, but
And that height for the Packers really helps.
across the board, whether it's down on the post or out in the perimeter, as Dubois will get things started for the Packers, inbounding to Sand. Back to Dubois. Steal by Jacobson. Intercepted the pass intended for Larson.
Great way to start off the half for the Deacons.
To Swenson. Out to Rotunda. To Jacobson. Thinks about shooting. Drives. Kicks it to Dietz, who puts up the 2. And that's good for the Deacons.
Another keynote, Deacons passing so far has been great. They need to keep that up. Get those assists on the board. Really play as a team in order to come away with a win.
As Dubois' shot does not go.
Erie with the rebound.
You could say the opposite about the Packers, however. Their passing has been suspect at times as Swenson puts up 3, and that's not good. They might need to step up their game with the passing.
Yes, on the outside shooting. There's not been a lot of outside shots from the Packers tonight. So
Sand puts up the 2, and that's good. Contested shot. Dietz with the defense, but not quite enough as Jacobson takes the ball up the court. To Erie, to Swenson. Back to Jacobson. To Swenson. Out to Rotunda, who drives and is called for the travel. And the sloppy play continues for the Shanley guards. Kruger to Sand, to Dubois, back to Kruger, into Moten. Great move in the post as her shot falls.
great spin move by Moten, using her size to get in the post, using her physicality to put one
As
in.
Erie puts up a 3, and that doesn't fall. And Shanley will retain possession as the ball went off a West Fargo defender. Jacobson will inbound for the Deacons. To Rotunda. Out to Erie. To Dietz. To Jacobson at the three-point line. Swenson thought about it. Didn't take the shot. Jacobson drives. And jump ball is called. And the Deacons will retain possession as they have the possession arrow, as we see the replay here.
Possession will be Deacon basketball.
Jacobson into Rotunda. Nice take from Jacobson. It doesn't fall. As Dubois takes the ball up the court for the Packers. Into Larson. Back out to Dubois. To Kruger, who takes the 3. That doesn't fall. And Shanley, Moten with the rebound. Looks like she had it at first, and the Deacons somehow managed to get it back, but looks like The Packers will have the ball coming out of the break. Don't forget that you can connect with us with Shanley TV on social media, get the latest updates, plus reminders about upcoming broadcasts. Like our Facebook page today at facebook.com/ShanleyTV, and follow us on Twitter at ShanleyTV. So Wyatt, how has this half started off for each of these teams?
For the Packers, Akili Moulton really good at using her size down on the post, using her physicality, backing down other players and getting those easy layups in the post. For Shanley, started off with a steal, but hasn't really been much after that, so hopefully they can start getting heated up.
And Shanley still up by 2. Still very close game with 15:25 left in the game. Dubois will inbound to Larson, who takes a hard fall, and she'll get 2 free throws. Foul on Jacobson. That's her second, first team of the half. Larson shooting 2. Her first shot falls. As we can see the replay, as Larson took a hard fall. Second shot for Larson. And that also falls.
All tied up here at McCormick Gymnasium.
Still a very low-scoring physical game. As Erie has the ball to Jacobson. Back to Erie to Rotunda. Thought about shooting it. Swenson with the shot. And that falls for the Deacons. That's what the Deacons wanted to see. Moulton with the ball to Sand. To Kruger, to Dubois. In the post. Great move from Dubois. Deacons haven't quite figured out these post moves from the Packers the second half. Dietz. Her shot falls. Sand passes it over to Kruger. To Dubois. Back to Kruger. Larson was open, but Rotunda snagged that ball.
Larson was open for a split second. Rotunda.
As her shot doesn't quite fall. Rotunda maybe baiting there on defense.
Yeah.
Baiting for that pass as she intercepts it. And Jacobson will go to the line. Jacobson, she's a very high percentage free throw shooter.
Shooting 90%.
Second highest in the EDC as her first shot falls. Jacobson's second shot also falls for the Deacons. 5-point game with just over 14 minutes left in the game. Still a very hotly contested EDC battle. As with Kruger the ball, Moulton in the post. Her shot doesn't fall. Dietz on the defense, but Moulton with the steal, and she gets the bucket.
Great job by Moulton. Realizing that Dietz had the ball down low, just rips it away from her and gets 2 for the Packers.
She can't be stopped right now in the post. Great effort as well. As Swenson with the ball to Jacobson. To Rotunda. Great move for Rotunda. She gets the ball back. First shot didn't fall. As for her second shot did. Great effort.
Rotunda with persistence puts it up, misses, gets her own rebound.
That's something both teams will need as Erie forces a turnover. Last touch by Kruger. And Rotunda will inbound. Jacobson to Rotunda. Drives. Nice pass to Dietz. What a great play from Rotunda.
Great passing shown once again from this Deacon team. Always playing as one team, no individuals on this team. Great job by Rotunda.
Moulton with the ball outside the three-point line. Across to Kruger, who takes the shot. Deep 2 is no good. Jacobson taking the ball up the court for the Deacons. What looked like an open lane was closed by that Packers defense as Jacobson's shot doesn't fall. Moulton with the ball. To Sand. Gets the handle on it. Out to Moulton. To Kruger. To Sand, who drives. Nice shot. And the ball somehow ends up in the hands of Allen Erie as Deacons will take the ball up the court with Jacobson.
Jacobson having
Erie.
an off night so far for the Deacons.
Erie can't quite get those three-pointers to fall. Dubois across to Kruger, who has a traveling violation called. And Rotunda will inbound. Well, 7-point game with just over 12 minutes left in the second half. We're getting what we expected. Close game as Jacobson's shot doesn't quite fall. Kruger to Moten, who drives and is called for the charge.
Good job by Dietz. As you see her on the replay, Moten drives, getting her feet set, taking the charge. Good job by Dietz.
Those kind of plays definitely needed in a game like this.
Yes, it is.
With this intense rivalry, the physicality will be there as it has been so far. Jacobson with the ball. She gets a screen from Dietz. Back across to Erie. Into Rotunda. Back to Erie. Into Rotunda. To Swenson, who takes the three. That doesn't quite fall for Swenson.
In and out for Swenson.
She's had a couple of those tonight as Sand takes the ball up the court. To Moten. To Sand. To Schatz. Into Walker. And Walker gets the bucket. The post continuing to be a great avenue for points for the Packers. Swenson with the ball. To Rotunda. To Dietz out in the corner. To Swenson. Across to Jacobson. Jacobson, quite the move, doesn't quite fall. Walker with the rebound.
Good help defense there from Walker on that play. Jacobson drives the baseline.
Absolutely.
Walker does not let her make that shot.
To Kruger. To Sand. Shots. Out to Moten. Shots into Walker. Whose shot doesn't quite fall. Teaches the rebound. Erie with the ball. Into Dietz. Nice shot from Dietz. Great pull-up. As you have a 7-point game with just over 10 minutes left. Deacons trying to pull away. Erie with the steal. Jacobson drives. Great move. Doesn't quite get it to fall, but will go to the line for 2 shots.
Good move by Jacobson there. Getting in the paint, getting the foul, going to the free throw line for 2.
Foul on Kruger. 3rd personal. 13 foul. As you see the replay.
Timeout taken by the Packers. Don't forget, right after this game, we will have the Shanley boys taking on the West Fargo boys. That set to be another good match.
Should be another great game.
Shanley boys are ranked 2nd in the EDC. Packers right behind them. Should be a great game.
Don't forget to join us this Friday, January 8th, for girls varsity basketball versus Wahpeton. Live coverage begins at 7:30 p.m. right here on Shanley TV. Also this Saturday, January 9th, we'll have boys varsity hockey versus West Fargo High School, live at 3:15 p.m. right here on Shanley TV. To view all of our upcoming broadcasts, go to shanleytv.com and click on the upcoming broadcast tab. So what do we expect to see here coming up with, in the last 10 minutes of the game?
In the last 10 minutes of the game, it's going to be a hard-fought 10 minutes for both sides. Shanley has this 49-game win streak. They do not want that to fall here at home. West Fargo thinks the opposite. They want to be the ones to beat Shanley at home on their home floor and ruin that 49-game
Absolutely. I'm
win
sure
streak.
West Fargo would love to play spoiler to the Deacons as Jacobson will shoot free throws. as we mentioned, Jacobson, a great free throw shooter. Her first falls. Her second rims out. To Sand. Into Walker. Back to Sand. Out to Kruger, whose shot is a little off, and the Deacons will have the ball. Inbounding for the Deacons is Dietz. Jacobson will take the ball up the court. Out to Rotunda. It's a screen from Berg. To Erie. Back to Rotunda. Jacobson. Out to Erie, who looks to shoot but does not. Instead, Jacobson will drive. Kicks it to Rotunda with the long three. That's not good, as the West Fargo Packers rebound. That's Sand with the rebound.
Good rebounding and good defense from the Packers there in that last drive, forcing Rotunda to take a long three.
Their size is definitely, coming to they're using their size to their advantage, both on offense and defense.
Yes, they are so far.
As there's a kick ball violation called on the Deacons. Checking in is Du Bois for the Packers.
Yeah, we do back in for the Packers.
He passes it to Kruger. Her shot doesn't fall, and Berg with the rebound. Jacobson taking the ball up the court. And good defense by the Packers to tip that ball out of bounds. Erie with the inbound. Erie gets it to Rotunda. To Jacobson. To Rotunda. Back to Jacobson. And her shot does not fall. No easy shots for the Deacons. Great defense for the West Fargo Packers.
Moulton looking to
Great take.
Coast again.
Doesn't quite fall. As we watch that replay, quite the athletic move from Moulton. A little bit of a height mismatch with Jacobson, as Moulton will go to the free throw line and shoot two. Jacobson's third foul. Shanley's second of the half. Moulton's first free throw falls. And her second is a little off. With just over 8 minutes left, the Deacons up by 7. We'll try to hold that lead, preserve this incredible winning streak.
Foul on 43, Du Bois, over the back call.
Jacobson into Dietz. Back out to Jacobson. Into Dietz. Great pass from Jacobson. Dietz couldn't quite make the bucket. As West Fargo continues to contest these, what would otherwise be easy shots from the Deacons. Larson checking in for the Packers. Kruger with the ball into Sand. Sand to Kruger. Kruger to Sand. To Du Bois. Sand to Kruger, who takes the three, and that falls. Great shot from Kruger. 4-point game with just over 7 minutes left.
Packers haven't been taking many outside shots, but when they do, they sink them.
If they keep getting those to fall, look out. This is that'd be a tough West Fargo offense to stop. Rotunda will inbound for the Deacons. She gets it to Jacobson. Back to Rotunda. Dietz's shot doesn't quite fall as the Packers get the rebound. Dubois with the ball. Jump ball called.
Jump ball. Alternating possession arrow. It'll be Packer basketball.
Possession arrow is for the Packers, so they'll retain possession.
Number 23, Annie
Still a good play by Erie as Swenson checks in the game for the Deacons. As Ellen Erie tips the ball out of bounds.
Erie playing some good defense here on this possession for the Deacons. Also Jacobson.
Good effort from all around from the Deacon squad. Dubois into Moten, who takes the three. She gets the rebound and is fouled by Rotunda. And Moten will yet again go to the free throw line. That is Rotunda's second foul, third team foul of the half. As Moten will try to cut this 4-point lead. And her first shot is not good. Something that will be important down the stretch here, these free throws, see if Moten can make the second. And that shot is good as Jacobson takes the ball up the court. Jacobson to Erie. Across to Rotunda to Swenson, who takes the three. And that's good from number 23, Annie Swenson.
Swenson's starting to heat up here for the Deacons. Got a few big threes this half.
The leading three-point scorer in the EDC. As the Deacons knock the ball out of bounds.
Jacobson right behind Swenson in three-point.
It's a dangerous combination for the Deacons on offense as Sand takes the ball up the court. Sand to Kruger. To Dubois. Kickball violation called on the Deacons.
Just over 6 minutes left in this second half.
Still a 6-point game. Anybody's ball game still as Dubois will inbound. Dubois with the ball. Takes the shot. That shot's not good as Erie recovers the ball for the Deacons. Jacobson out to Swenson. To Rotunda. To Jacobson. Into the post. Dietz. Nice shot from Dietz.
Tough shot there from Dietz.
Contested shot. Great shot.
Dubois and Moten all over here. Dietz able to lay that one in.
That adds another layer to this Deacons offense as Sand passes to Kruger. Rotunda with the tip, and Swenson picks up the ball. Rotunda with a right-handed layup. And will go to the free throw line. Rotunda being left-handed. Very tough play as we watch the replay. Great play from Rotunda.
Good pass by Jacobson.
Absolutely.
Rotunda able to lay it up and in for the Deacons. 10-point lead over West Fargo.
With just 5:22 left.
One thing to talk about here tonight, one of the key reserves for the Shanley Deacons, Drew Day, possibly tore her ACL in the JV game tonight. That will be one thing to watch here coming up later in the season.
Yeah,
hopefully
that depth is
that's
something
not the case.
the Deacons are accustomed to having. Quite the blow to the team if Day can't get back sooner rather than later.
Yes, that will be one thing to watch here coming up. Tournament time.
Don't forget that you can connect with Shanley TV on social media. Get the latest updates plus reminders about upcoming broadcasts. Like our Facebook page today at facebook.com/ShanleyTV and follow us on Twitter at ShanleyTV. And keep in mind, those tuning in for the boys game, that game will be up next. We had a late start to the girls varsity game. But we'll be with you shortly with the boys as well. 10-point game as we get started coming off the timeout. 5:22 left in the game. As Shanley tries to continue their 49 game-winning streak at home. Rotunda with the free throws. And her free throw does not fall. And Swenson is called for the foul.
Shanley, normally a very good free throw shooting team tonight, just a little bit off on all aspects of the game.
Absolutely one of their strong suits normally, but we'll see if that hurts them down the stretch as Kruger takes the ball for the Packers to Sand. Tries to get the ball to Larson, but is fouled. Foul on Dietz. That's her third personal, 15 foul of the half. Each team 2 fouls away from the bonus as we see the replay.
That will be something to watch here coming up. Fouls on Dietz, that would be big. If she gets her fourth, she's going to have to sit and bring Sierra Berg in. Not as tall,
and the
not
Deacons,
as much experience.
not a lot of depth after Berg at that post position. As Swinson tries to get that pass across the baseline, falls out of bounds. Intended for Rotunda. Sand with the ball for the Packers. It's the ball to Kruger. To DuBois. Back to Sand, who takes the three. And that's not good for the Packers. That's something they might need to see coming here at the end of the game. Make those three-pointers. Jacobson passes it to Erie. To Swenson. Back to Jacobson. To Rotunda at the top of the key. To Erie. Thought about shooting. Drives. Nice take from Erie.
Good job by Erie, weaving through defenders, putting it up with the right hand and
absolutely
getting the layup.
Great move from Erie. Kruger to Sand. To an open DuBois who gets blocked by Rotunda. Great play from Rotunda.
Good help defense by Rotunda.
As DuBois will inbound. To Kruger into DuBois. Takes the contested shot. That's no good, but she will get free throws. Foul on Dietz, her fourth.
That is big for the Deacons.
The Deacons will have to look out for Dietz's fouls. As DuBois' first shot doesn't fall, watch the replay. As Berg checks in the game for Dietz. DuBois' second free throw doesn't fall either. And the Deacons will have possession. With just over 4 minutes remaining, it's a 12-point game in favor of the Deacons. Jacobson with the ball.
Deacons once again 49 game win streak. West Fargo trying to play spoiler in that.
Rotunda to Berg. To Jacobson. To Erie. Swenson. As the shot clock drops down, Jacobson's shot is off the mark.
And with Dietz having 4 fouls, Sierra Berg is not the offensive presence that Emily Dietz is. She does not have those lengthy arms. That's going to hurt the Deacons.
Yeah, we'll see how that affects their offensive game plan. And keep in mind also that after Berg, there's not much height on that Deacons roster. Morton at the line, shooting the bonus. And her first free throw is good, and she'll attempt a second. And that free throw attempt is good from Moten. Jacobson taking the ball up the court. Swenson, the ball to Erie. Swenson drives. Great block from Walker. So we'll get to see the replay there. I'm sorry, that was Moulton with the block.
Moulton, good help defense, swatting that ball out of bounds. Deacons remain with the ball.
Timeout called by Coach Jacobson for the Deacons. With just over 3 minutes left, still a 10-point game in the Deacons' favor. Wyatt, what do you think we'll see in the next 3 minutes here?
You know, with Emily Dietz out with 4 fouls, Sarah Berg is going to get more playing time. And as you said before, Shanley does not have a lot of height after Sarah Berg. So they will be trying to use her on the inner.
Absolutely. We'll see if the Deacons can take advantage of Berg's height. And don't forget to join us this Friday, January 8th, for girls varsity basketball versus Wahpeton. Live coverage begins at 7:30 p.m. right here on Shanley TV. Also, this Saturday, January 9th, we'll have boys varsity hockey versus West Fargo High School, live at 3:15 p.m. right here on Shanley TV. To view all of our upcoming broadcasts, including our boys varsity game after this, go to shanleytv.com and click on the upcoming broadcast tab. For those of you tuning in to the boys varsity game, that game will begin right after this one. This game got started pretty late. And with 3:12 left, Jacobson inbounds to Rotunda. To Erie. To Swenson. To Jacobson, who gets a screen from Dietz, who's back in the game. And Jacobson, with the left-handed layup, does not fall. And Dubois with the rebound, who gets it to Kruger, who will take the ball up the court for the Packers. Sand to Dubois to Kruger. Back to Sand, who drives. And her shot doesn't fall, but Moulton with the rebound. And Dietz rebounds, Moulton's miss. Looks like a foul was called on the Packers. On number 14, Kennedy Sand.
Last foul was on number 14, Kennedy Sand.
That was her 5th personal foul. Team 6 as they're 1 away from the bonus. Not somewhere where they want to be with just over 2.5 left as we watch the replay.
And that puts Sand out of the game. She was one of their better guards at 6 foot. Very physical, very good ball skills. That will hurt the Packers a lot here in these last 2 minutes.
As Dietz gets the ball to Jacobson. To Erie. To Dietz, who's open. Moulton with the tip. Jacobson is fouled by number 34, Jenna Beck.
Fouls on number 34, Jenna Beck.
As we watch the replay, that's her first personal, 7th team foul as the Deacons enter the bonus. Jacobson will shoot her first. And her first is good. With 2:21 left, we have an 11-point game in favor of the Deacons as Jacobson's second free throw falls as well. Dubois inbounds to Kruger. Out to Dubois. To Kruger. To Beck. Into Walker. And Walker's errant pass goes out of bounds. The Deacons will have possession.
Good defense by the Deacons, creating another turnover. There's been a lot tonight here for the Deacons. That is one of their strong suits.
Dietz to Rotunda. To Erie in the post. And her pass goes out of bounds. And West Fargo left ball. Beck inbounds to Moulton. I apologize, that's Dubois. Moten with the take. Great left-handed take from Moten. There's not much you can do to stop that, is there?
No, Moten trying to get something going here with 1:35 left to play in the game. Packers down 10. Deacons looking to seal this one.
Jacobson's heart hits the ground hard. Foul on Kruger. As we watch the replay, that's Kruger's fourth, as the West Fargo Packers will keep an eye on her foul count as well. Jacobson, her first free throw falls, and she will attempt her second. And that also falls for the Deacons. Dubois will inbound to Moten, who is heating up at the moment. Dubois to Kruger. Back to Dubois. Moten with the ball. Kruger with the shot. It's blocked by Berg. The Deacons going with the tall lineup. Both Dietz and Berg are in the game at the moment.
10 seconds left on the shot clock for the Packers.
Moten will inbound in 1 minute, 8 seconds left in the game as well. Inbounds to Walker, whose shot is good for the Packers. 10-point game with a minute left in the contest. Jacobson to Rotunda. Jacobson. Her pass somehow ends up in the hands of Dietz. Now with Rotunda, shoots the free throw line. Her shot doesn't fall. She gets the rebound though. Into Dietz, who gets the shot and one. Great play by Rotunda to practically seal up the deal here in McCormick Gymnasium.
Yeah, that one might have sealed the deal. You can see on the replay, Rotunda gets her own rebound, passes to Dietz. Dietz gets the and one at the line. Shooting one.
And she makes her free throw. With 34 seconds left, we have a 13-point game. Moten with the ball. To Kruger. Dubois gets the handle on the ball. Back to Kruger, who takes the three. And that shot isn't good. Dubois will inbound with 17 seconds left. As Shanley's win streak will hit 50. Beck with the shot. That won't fall. As Jacobson has the ball. And that will do it for the Deacon Packer basketball game. Send it over to Wyatt for our final stats.
Shots with 2 points for the Packers. Sand with 4. Shelby Larson added 8. Ella Kruger 7. Akili Moten 17, high score for the Packers, and Dubois had 7.
For the Deacons, Jacobson had 17, Erie 2, Swenson 11, Rotunda 12, Dietz the highest scorer for the Deacons with 19, and Berg with 2. For Wyatt Lyer and our entire crew, I'm Connor Smith. The final score from Fargo, Shanley Deacons 63, West Fargo Packers 50. To watch the archived version of this entire game and our other broadcasts, go to shanleytv.com. Be sure to stay tuned for the boys game versus West Fargo High School coming up next. The preceding has been a presentation of Shanley TV.
From the McCormick Gymnasium in Fargo, North Dakota. Good evening, everyone. I'm Jed Thomas alongside my partner, Hunter Mathias, as we get set for North Dakota High School boys basketball action as the Shanley Deacons prepare to take on the West Fargo High School Packers. Well, good evening, folks. We've got a great game in store for you. Two EDC powerhouses going at it in a clash of the Titans. In the standings, we've got number 2 Shanley at 5-1, hosting number 3 West Fargo at 4-1. Folks, this is sure to be an instant classic. And Hunter, tell us, who are some of the key players to watch in tonight's game?
Well, what we have for West Fargo is Ahmed Aiden, number 22. He's a senior this year. Same with Creighton Fow. He's number 24. He's also a senior. And then for Shanley, we have number 10, Jake Reinholtz, who's a junior, and number 12, Shane Donhauer, who's a senior this year. Yeah, both Jake Reinholtz and Shane Donhauer are huge offensive producers for Shanley, often leading the team in points, respectively. They're sure to be huge impacts in tonight's game. And, taking a look at that West Fargo team, how about Ahmed Aiden? He has just been a stud for West Fargo, dropping 31 points against Fargo Davies. He is really a huge part of that offensive threat. I totally agree. Yeah, he is definitely one of the most key players on the team. High scorer, Yeah, and with that 6'4" height, it makes him so effective in the paint, but you should not doubt his shot because it is deadly both from beyond the arc and inside. And, one big storyline for this West Fargo team has got to be Josh Downey, the head coach. He's in his first year, and how about what he has done with this team, putting them at a 4-1 record? And that's really no shock, as really when you look at what he did in Montana in his first year with Big Fork High School. Yeah, he managed to go 26-0 in the Montana Class B division and then end up winning the state championship. So no doubt that Josh Downey does very well in his first year of coaching, some bright years ahead of the West Fargo Packers basketball team. We are just seconds away from your starting lineups and the opening tip in this one. As we said, it's two EDC powerhouses, and this is going to have big implications with the pecking order come state tournament time.
Good evening and welcome to the McCormick Gymnasium on the campus of Shanley High School for tonight's Eastern Dakota Conference boys basketball game. Featuring the visitors on the scoreboard, the West Fargo Packers, and their home team, Shanley Deacons. Again, I'd like to remind fans that Shanley High School campus is a tobacco-free facility, so we ask that you refrain from smoking on the school grounds during your visit this evening. The concession stands and restrooms here at Shanley High School are located in the commons area. At this time, I'd like to draw your attention to the scores table as Shanley basketball player Jake Reinholtz will read the EC Sportsmanship Creed. Justin DeKaiser.
North Dakota High School Activities Association and the Eastern Dakota Conference encourages and promotes good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators. We ask that you cheer for your team and be respectful of the opponent. As high school student athletes, you commit to fair play, responsibility, and respect. We invite you to support our effort.
It's time I'd like to introduce the cheerleaders for the West Fargo Packers. Their coaches, Jenny Stewart and Alicia Bates. University cheerleaders, Jake Klein, Bailey Johnson, Corey Bates, Leah Lowenberg, and Kelsey Cossette. Your Deacon cheerleaders, their coach, Carrie Brazier, are Kessie Simon, Lauren Bannock, Rachel Von Ebers, and Maddie Chera. Now for starting lineups for tonight's game, starting lineups will be done in alternating fashion, starting with the visitors.
All right, folks, we got starting lineups coming your way, and we start with the West Fargo Packers. Right off the bat, we've got a guard, Habonaman Simon. He is going to be huge for the Packers.
And for the Deacons, a 6-foot senior, number 12, Shane Donhauer.
And the other guard for the Packers, 6'1" sophomore, number 11, Joe Pistorius.
And another guard for the Packers, Joe Pistorius, the 6'1 sophomore.
6'3" junior, number 10.
And for the Deacons, a 6'3 junior, number 10, Jake Reinholtz, one of our key players for tonight.
For the Packers, 6'4" senior, number 22, Ahmed Aiden.
And another guard for the Packers, a 6'4 senior, Ahmed Aiden.
And for the Deacons, a 6'4 sophomore, number 14, Cam Seville.
Forward for the Packers, 6'4" senior, number 24, Clayton Fowl.
At forward for the Packers, number 24, Creighton Fowl.
For the Deacons, 6'3" sophomore, number 40.
And for the Deacons, 6'3 sophomore, number 40, Jake Kava.
And at center for the Packers, 6'5" senior, number 33, Tyson Jelnick.
And at center for the Packers, at 6'5", Tyson Jelnick.
And the last one for the Deacons, a 6'2 sophomore, number 52, Caleb Chrisman.
Caleb Chrisman, how about his three-point shooting this season, Hunter? He has been deadly from beyond the arc.
Yeah, you know, he's been really good, very good point percentage on that. He's just been very solid.
Officials have been registered by the North Dakota High School Activities Association and have been selected for their demonstrated ability. Your officials for the game.
All right, folks, we are just seconds away from starting here, and you can feel the excitement building. The gym is packed. Everyone is ready for this highly anticipated game. And West Fargo wins the tip as they go on the offensive now. Some early passing and a three-point shot from Jelnick. Great rebound by Aiden, but he loses it and Cava takes it away. Some early action in McCormick Gymnasium. Downhauer now for three, and he can't make that one. Two early three-point shots here. Aiden carries now for the Packers. Drives inside, passes it outside for three, and he's got it. Creighton Fowl, the football standout, making his mark on the court with that early three.
Yeah, not only is Creighton Fowl good at basketball, he's also good at football too, so he's a dual sport athlete. That's pretty impressive.
Downhauer now for the Deacons, over to Cava, to Seville on the far side. Seville inside, good defense, but he keeps driving. That one's off mark, however, and Fowl gets the rebound, but then Cava's able to take it away. A scrum for the ball, no one's got it. And it'll be a jump ball. Well, it looked like someone coated the basketball in butter there as it was just slipping between both teams. Nonetheless, the Deacons take it now. Seville inbounding. Over to Chrisman. To Downhauer. Reinholtz. Now over to Seville. Strong defense from the Packers. Shanley still trying to set something up. Cava goes inside now, but he can't connect. And now it's taken by West Fargo. Simone is there for the rebound, loses it for a second, but regains control. Now Simone over to Aiden, who puts it up. That one's off mark. Scrum for the ball again, and somehow ends up in the hands of Aiden. Aiden can't get the pass away as Reinholtz provides interference, but West Fargo maintains possession. Aiden now inside, he puts it up, and he's got it. West Fargo takes the 5-0 lead. Seville with it for the Deacons. Over to Chrisman. Chrisman goes up, and he is denied. Tyson Jelnick is there for West Fargo.
16 minutes left on the first half of this game.
West Fargo has looked impressive. Deacons have been holding their own. They just haven't been able to get points up. That one taken away by Jelnick. Two great defensive plays as that pass almost goes out of bounds. Pistorius with it. Over to Aiden. Aiden to Jelnick. Inside to Fowl. Foul back over to Jelnick. Can't get it, but he is fouled on the way.
Really looks like West Fargo has some really tall players out there this year.
For sure. They've got 3 6'4" players with Matt Thompson, Fau, and Aiden. And now they're shooting for a free throw as that one's off mark by Jelnik. And, you know, it's really going to give the Deacons fits in the paint all day with that great height.
Very true, very true.
Jelnik now attempts his second, and that one's off. So the Deacons take it now, escaping with no harm from that foul. Ball's poked away from Seville, but Cava's there for the Deacons. Over to Chrisman with an open shot, and he drains it. Chrisman puts 2 up, and the Deacons are on the board. Deacons playing tight defense. Now Pistorius has it for the Packers. Fau over to Simone. Now the Packers setting something up. Aiden takes it. Back over to Simone. Thought about the 3, as did Pistorius, but neither take it. Pistorius with a quick pass to Jelnik. Inside to Fau. He goes down hard there.
That looked like got hurt a little bit.
For
Hopefully he's
sure.
all right.
Creighton Fau goes down hard, and he will go to the line now. Got a little bit of a limp to him. Hopefully he can shake that off.
You can just hear the whole crowd go, ooh, when he fell.
Definitely. It'll be a physical game. We saw that in the girls' game. You know, these are 2 very strong teams in both girls and boys, and this is a big game. It has great statewide implications and EDC, so they're going to be playing physical and hard. Fau trying to make his second, and he can't. Really tough shooting from the line for West Fargo so far tonight. Now Cava has it on a quick pass. Goes up, but he can't connect. That's where Cava makes his money in the paint, but having some trouble early. Pistorius for 3. That one off the rim. And it'll be Deacon ball. Chrisman, the inbound. Now Seville with it. .30 to go in the first half. Downhauer inside the Reinholz, who gets it knocked away by Fau. Creighton Fau showing his defensive chops there in the paint.
Both these teams have been pretty solid today on their defense.
Very true. Defense is a huge part of the Shanley game plan, and West Fargo for sure relies on theirs. So we could see a low-scoring affair here as Seville is fouled.
It's a very big key to the game. Having a solid offense and a solid defense, both having it at a perfect ratio.
That's what it's all about. The Deacons having some trouble getting points up early, however. Hopefully Seville can help him out with the free throw. He hits the first one. Take a look at that replay there. Seville tried to go up for 2. Host of West Fargo defenders there, but a little too much contact is made. So now Seville looking to go 2 for 2. And he does it. Deacons within 1. Foul to Simone. Simone gets past Reinholz. Inside, Jelniak can't get it up. And he appears to be fouled there.
Fouls on number 44. Kevin Wolf, his first personal.
Fouls on Kevin Wolf. That's his first of the night. Jelnik can't make that one. West Fargo's free throw shooting has been really poor so far tonight, and if they are not careful, that could really come back to hurt them.
Yeah, free throws is another really big key to the game. Making sure you get those free points.
Got to take those opportunities, and Jelnik does finally connect. However, he is just shooting 25% from the charity stripe. Seville over to Reinholz. To Downhauer at the top of the key. Downhauer outside to Reinholz. Thought about the 3, drove inside for 2, couldn't get it, but he grabs his own rebound, and that ball finds its way in. And the Deacons have it tied now.
Beautiful playmaking by the Deacons right there.
Reinholz doesn't give up on it, but now West Fargo goes back to work, and Aiden can't connect there. Tried to grab the ball, but it appears to have gone out of bounds. Went off a Shanley player, however. So it'll be Simone taking it for West Fargo. Simone over to Aiden, back to Simone. Inside to Jelnick, who loses it. Good job regaining control, but then Kevin Wolf takes it away. Heads up play there by Wolf. Now Seville. Great move inside, but he can't connect, and he's got the travel. Tough break for the Deacons. Couldn't capitalize on their defensive play. Foul over to Pistorius. Over to Simone. Back to Foul. To Aiden for three. Just off the back of the iron. Reinholtz is there for the rebound. Reinholtz with a nice move behind the back. Gives it to Wolf. Wolf can't get it, but then he grabs the rebound. Fighting inside, but he cannot put the ball in. An amazing effort from Kevin Wolf, and he just can't get it. Now, a heads-up play from West Fargo. They try to score fast, but Simone can't hit the three. Aiden gives it to Jelnick. They try again, and Jelnick is fouled on his way up.
You know, we were talking about Creighton Foul being a dual-sport athlete, being with football and basketball, but we have Jake Reinholtz out there for the Deacons. He was a kicker for football. He played soccer, started soccer, actually, varsity, and now he's starting basketball. So he's a tri-sport athlete.
Tri-sport athlete indeed, and he has been key in all three of those sports. Tyson Jelnick connects on that free throw, and he's starting to get his shooting from the line a bit under control. He missed his first three, but now he's made his last two. So now he looks to get to 50%, and he does. 3 in a row for Jelnick as he connects on those two. Seville now over to Chrisman, to Reinholtz, over to Downhauer. Downhauer inside, can't put that one away. Jelnick takes it for West Fargo. Simone now, he didn't have Foul there. Good job by Cava getting ahead of Foul and taking the ball away. Deacons down 2 with 12:10 remaining in the first half. Seville inside, goes up. Can't get that one. Chrisman fights for the rebound, and a great play by Aiden to keep it in for West Fargo. Simone now over to Jelnick, who goes up. He can't get that one, and then the ball all of a sudden finds its way in. That was Adi Sufi who connected there. Sufi, the sophomore, has been fantastic off the bench for West Fargo this year. Chrisman now over to Downhauer. He sat there for a while, takes the three, but that one is well short. Tough play there for Downhauer, who is usually deadly accurate on the three. West Fargo leads this one 10-6. The Deacons have had opportunities, but they just can't seem to take advantage of them.
It's been a pretty tight game here tonight. Very close. Nice defense from both teams. Very strong offense also.
Simone now. West Fargo trying to set something up. Sufi with it. Back to Simone. Simone now goes up. That one just off the rim. Fight for the ball on the ground, and the Deacons come away with it.
11 minutes left on the clock now.
Reinholtz takes it. Nice move, but he loses the ball. Sufi with it for the Packers, and a double dribble negates what would have been a great play for West Fargo. Deacons now with an opportunity to bring this one within 2, or 1 possibly. Chrisman has it. Downhauer over to Reinholtz, to Seville. Back to Reinholtz, to Chrisman. Chrisman can't get it, and Foul is there to grab it. A good pass to Sufi. And now a fight for the ball on the ground, somehow in the hands of Seville, but then Simone is there to take it away. What a turn of events. Simone takes the foul while attempting to take the ball away from Seville. You can see on that replay there just a little too much contact. A tough break for West Fargo. Cava Over to Downhauer. Inside to Reinholtz. Back to Downhauer for three. Off the back of the rim. Now Simone goes up with a nice move, and he's got it.
Very nice move by Simone out there.
West Fargo leads Shanley by 6 now, and the Deacons could really use some points with 10 minutes to go in this first half. Cava over to Seville. Back out to Cava. Puts it up. Can't connect. Now Seville with it. Somehow West Fargo gets to the ball, and now an opportunity for Aiden. Goes up right in the face of Reinholtz. Can't get it, but he grabs his own rebound. Tries again, and he's got it. Ahmed Aiden showing his value to this West Fargo team as they go up 14-6. Downhauer inside. Good pass to Seville. Over to Chrisman. Back out to Downhauer. Almost lost that. Reinholtz. Some perimeter passing from the Deacons, and Seville takes the three, and he's got it. That is exactly what Shanley needed.
Beautiful shot by Cam Seville out there.
And now Reinholtz comes away with the ball for the Deacons. Opportunity. Chrisman for three, and he can't connect. Caleb Chrisman's bread and butter is that three-point shot, and he just can't get that one on target. Now West Fargo takes a timeout as the Deacons were on a bit of a roll there. Well, we saw Cam Seville connect on that three-point shot, and that brought this one a lot closer as they're down by 5 now. But offensive struggles are still the story of the game for Shanley. And if you're Coach Alderman, what kind of adjustments do you make to try to put more points on the board?
If I was Coach Alderman, I'd probably just say just tighten up your offense, keep it real tight, keep your plays going smooth, just keep them running, and also make up more plays. Even drawing up on the board, thinking of little things that you could really connect on, really take from West Fargo and really capitalize on them, and then just make plays out of that.
For sure, go to the fundamentals. Reduce your amount of turnovers and increase the amount you're taking from the other team. It's simple in theory, but it's tough for Shanley to execute right now, as it is for any team. West Fargo is a very good team possession-wise and just all around, so the Deacons need to do something to gain an edge over the Packers. Simone to Pistorius. Reinholtz does a good job poking the pass away. But the ball goes back in the hands of West Fargo. Foul now. Over to Pistorius. West Fargo trying to set something up here. Simone back out for three. That one's just off the back of the iron. A good shot from Tanner Peterson, but it's just a bit too long. Kleiman with it. Can't get separation from Peterson, so he gives it to Reinholtz, but a travel will take away that possession from the Deacons. Not so sure if I saw the travel there. We've seen a couple of them against both teams. Close call. Simone now. To Pistorius along the baseline. He was looking for Simone, but Reinholtz was there to take it away. And now Reinholtz goes up for two, but he can't get it. Nowak fights for the rebound. And it did go off the hands of a West Fargo player. Nice job there by the Deacons. Now they just have to capitalize.
7:50 left on the clock in this first half.
Kleiman over to Cava. Reinholtz with it. Over to Nowak. Nowak back to Cava. Cava, great pass to Reinholtz, who goes for three. That one's off target, though. Deacons taking a lot of threes and not connecting on too many of them. A quick play for West Fargo, and a great rejection there by the Deacons. Aiden goes up, and the Deacons are able to knock it away. Simone to Foul. Foul for two, and he's got it. Creighton foul on the jump shot, gets separation from his man and buries the shot. And now Nowak goes up there looking for two, and he appears to have been fouled on the way up.
Another deciding element in this game is going to be the shot clock. That's going to be really pressuring both teams to make a shot and finish out the possession.
And that is especially true when you're looking at two great defenses. It means a lot of passing, and you're going to have to try to look for any hole you can get in these defenses because they are not giving up much, and that shot clock just keeps ticking. Seville now to Chrisman. That foul had been on foul. That was his second. Now Seville, and he draws the foul.
Fouls on number 11, Joe Pistorius. That's his first personal.
Foul was on Joe Pistorius. That's his first. Looked to have just got a little bit of Seville's hand there, slapping for the ball. Now Seville goes up for two, and he makes it, but a travel negates those 2 points. Deacons have had some trouble with traveling, and that has meant a couple lost possessions, including what would have been 2 points in favor of Shanley.
Yeah, every little point you can get really counts.
Peterson to Aiden. Great passing from West Fargo, but foul can't put it in as it goes off the iron. Now Nowak. Over to Kleiman. Back to Nowak, who couldn't corral the pass, but he does get a hold of it. Kleiman along the baseline, looking for Nowak, who loses it again. Zach Nowak has had some trouble corralling passes. Now West Fargo goes on the offensive. Peterson has that pass tipped, but Pistorius corrals it, and a high pass for Aiden is taken in. Now Peterson over to Pistorius for two. Denied, goes up again, and Chrisman gets the rebound. Jelnick couldn't get the two, and the Deacons' defense stands strong.
Fouls on number 24, Creighton foul, his first personal.
They draw the foul from foul.
Checking in for the Packers, number 30, Alex Talley.
And now coming in for the Packers, number 30, Alex Talley, with 6:10 remaining. Talley, a huge producer on the football team, also great off the bench for the basketball team. Nowak for three. That one off the back of the rim. Jump ball.
Looks like Reinholtz, Wolf, and Kava seem to be taking a little breather. Oh, scratch that. Reinholtz is coming in now.
Back in for the Deacons, number 10, Jake Reinholtz.
Nowak will be going out in place for Reinholtz.
Reinholtz, big offensive producer, hope to get some points from him to end this half with 5:50 remaining. Peterson over to Pistorius. West Fargo got that ball off the jump ball. Aiden back to Pistorius. Perimeter passing from West Fargo, but they can't find any opportunities. They give it to Peterson on a wide open three, but that one's off the mark. And it goes off the hands of Alex Talley, so the Deacons take it. Chrisman gives it to Kleiman. Kleiman back to Chrisman, over to Downhauer. Downhauer, he gets the two. 16-11 now the lead for West Fargo, and Shane Downhauer's got to be happy about that. He had some trouble scoring earlier in this one. Good to get some points on the board, and Kleiman goes down there. Does a nice job drawing the foul.
Another big producer for the Deacons is injured right now. Justin DeKaiser out with a double ligament tear in his ankle.
He is a huge loss for Shanley. He's so good off the bench defensively, gets a lot of great passes, and he's very effective in the paint, so they're really going to be missing him. Downhauer with it for the Deacons. Reinholtz driving forward. Aiden is there to deny him. Now struggle for the ball. Great inbounding by Shane Downhauer, keeping it in bounds. Kleiman goes up but can't connect. A lot of threes being taken by Shanley. Pistorius to foul. And foul is fouled there by Downhauer.
Coach Alderman seeming not to be happy about that.
Not happy at all. He is really, really upset with that call. See if we can get a look at the replay maybe. Well, Pistorius is going to inbound, so we'll take a look a little later. Aiden has it now for West Fargo. Back to Pistorius. Back out to Aiden. Good pass inside to Fow. Fow goes up, and he's got 2. Creighton Fow gets the 2, and West Fargo's up 18-11 now. Seville over to Chrisman. To Kleiman now, over to Downhauer. Downhauer over to Chrisman. Back to Kleiman. The Deacons patient, looking for that opportunity. Seville goes forward. Can't get it. Deacons having some trouble in the paint tonight. Sufi for the Packers. Over to Fow. Fow goes up, and he's got another 2. 20-11 now with 3:35 remaining. Deacons could really use some points quick. Reinhold's over to Chrisman. Chrisman going up for 2. He can't get it. Deacons really struggling there. And now you're starting to see maybe why they're taking so many threes. Pistorius with a great pass, but that one goes off the hands of Jelnick. Now let's take a look at this replay here. You'll see this was the foul that Coach Alderman was unhappy about and led to the 2 for West Fargo. That one could go either way. You know, you can't really tell if Downhauer got the hand of Fow there. Close call.
I agree.
Downhauer in the paint goes up for 2. That one negated, however, as Sufi got the foul before Downhauer got the shot off. So Downhauer still has a shot to get 2 here.
Hopefully Downhauer can capitalize on these 2 free throw shots right here.
West Fargo not sending Shanley to the line much. And it's important to take advantage of it like that. Downhauer attempting his second 3. Or free throw, I should say.
Free throw.
And he gets it. Deacons wishing for a 3, but they settle for the 2 free throws, and now they're within 7. 3 minutes remain in the first half. Pistorius thought about the 3. Instead, he gives it to Aiden, who takes the 3, and he's got it. Huge points for West Fargo. That is very big momentum-wise with this first half winding down.
I agree. I'm sure the Packer fans are really happy with that.
Cava goes inside. And he was fouled on the way to the basket. See there, Pistorius just gets a little too much of Cava there. So Jake Cava to shoot the bonus. He's got it.
Checking back in for the Packers, number 2, Jacob Johnson.
Johnson comes in for the Packers as Cava hits that second free throw. And now the Deacons take a timeout, hoping to gain some momentum here at the end of the first half. And, you know, Hunter, we talked about what Coach Alderman should be saying to his players earlier regarding the points situation, and they seem to be in the same boat right now. So the adjustments they were hoping to make earlier haven't seemed to pan out. Now, what's the plan? With 2:30 remaining in the first half, how do you get some quick points and some quick momentum?
Well, I have a feeling that West Fargo is going to really want to tighten up their defense, just keep it solid. And then to get some quick points, just start driving through the hole and just making those easy shots, easy layups, passing outside the key every once in a while.
That's what the Deacons have to try to do. We've seen them attempt it a few times, but they're just really having some trouble against this West Fargo height, as we mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
So we'll see what Coach Alderman has in his bag of tricks to try to get the Deacons back closer in this one. Sufi to Fow. Over to Aiden. Aiden for three, and he's got it.
Very nice shot.
Ahmed Aiden was covered heavily, but he didn't care. He just goes up for that three, and he knocks it down. Great confidence in his shot. The Deacons now looking to respond quick. Downhauer to Chrisman. Over to Reinholtz. Reinholtz goes up for two, and that one is off mark. You've got to capitalize on those shots. Aiden, he's got it! And that is another three for Ahmed Aiden.
He is on fire right now.
He grabs the rebound as well. And my, oh my, Ahmed Aiden really showing why this Packers team values him so much.
Like we said at the beginning, he's a very big playmaker for the Packers.
A minute 30 remaining now, and the Deacons really need some points. Johnson inside to Fow. Fow goes up, and he's got two. All of a sudden, West Fargo is just running away. Huge points being put up, great defense being played. The Deacons look a little overwhelmed right now. Downhauer looking for two, can't connect. It goes to a jump ball, which will go in favor of the Deacons.
West Fargo has a huge 16-point deficit right now.
16-point lead.
Lead. Shanley has a deficit.
They certainly do. They will look to put some quick points up here as Seville inbounds. Over to Cava. Cava can't make that one. So many shots by the Deacons from inside the paint have just bounced off the side of the rim. For three, Ahmed Aiden, my goodness. He ate his Wheaties today. He is just going into full-on beast mode. Seville now over to Reinholtz. To Chrisman, over to Downhauer. Downhauer inside, he's got the two. That's what you gotta do. 28 seconds remain now. Johnson with it, and you better believe they'll be looking for Ahmed Aiden on this possession. Foul. Sets something up. Gives the ball to Aiden. Aiden over to Fow, and Fow's got three. Time winding down, the late shot, they can't connect,
Very
and
close.
My goodness, West Fargo just went into full domination in the last few minutes of that half. Hunter, tell us, who are the key contributors for West Fargo to take this 20-point lead?
Well, our two biggest scorers for West Fargo is Creighton Fow, number 24, and Ahmed Aiden. With Creighton Fow has 16 points and Ahmed Aiden has 14.
Creighton Fow has just been making money in that paint, going up for two all day long, and we saw him hit that three. And, well, we certainly saw what Ahmed Aiden did to get points, knocking down those threes all over. How about the Deacons side of things?
Well, the Shanley Deacons, our biggest scorers are going to be Shane Donhauer with 6, number 12, and Cam Seville, number 14, with 5.
Only 5 players have scored for the Deacons so far, and not a lot of points they've put up, standing at only 17 at the break. So Shanley really needs to make some adjustments. Their defense was holding strong. It was just the offense where they were struggling, but now it looks like West Fargo has really taken control.
Yeah,
So-
no one in the Shanley Deacons lineup has made double-digit points so far. Just kind of sad, kind of disappointing.
Definitely for the Deacons, very uncharacteristic. We will go to break here in just a few seconds, but stay tuned. The Deacons are fighting back in this one. The deficit is 20, but we've got a great half of basketball coming up. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to North Dakota High School boys basketball action live from McCormick Gymnasium. I'm Jed Thomas alongside Hunter Matthias, and we had a good one going up until that last part of the first half when West Fargo really started to pull away. But this one is far from over as the deficit is only 20, and the Deacons have shown flashes of what they're capable of. But Hunter, what do the Deacons have to do to really get back in this one?
Well, what the Deacons really need to do is just keep the West Fargo Packers at 37, which is going to be very hard to do, but they would like to see it. And make sure you just keep holding Ahmed Aiden. Just keep him tight so he doesn't hit those threes like he has been the whole game. And just keep capitalizing, trying to capitalize on those easy points.
To the Deacons' credit, they did a good job of slowing Aiden down in the paint and inside the arc, but once he got beyond the arc, it was quite the different story as he was knocking down threes left and right. But the Deacons have got to stop that if they want to climb back in this one. We're just 30 seconds away from getting back to the action. Shanley for sure making some big adjustments. We're not sure who's going to come out to start for them. They haven't really had that winning combination come together yet. Not really sure. Still kind of feeling out who their guys who've got the hot hand are tonight. Packers will take it to start the second half. It'll be Carter Fow who gives it to Simone. Creighton Fow, rather. Aiden almost lost the ball there, but he gets it. And now Aiden with a nice pass to Fow. Fow goes up, but he traveled on the way. Good start for the Deacons as they take possession. Seville with it now. Over to Chrisman. Over to Downhauer. Over to Reinholtz. Back over to Chrisman. Now Downhauer with a nice move, but right there is Aiden who takes it away from him. A great move there by Pistorius, and now Simone looking for Jelnick. That one bounces around and Fow takes it. Aiden over to Pistorius. Pistorius goes up for two. That one's off the back of the rim. Great rebounding, however. And now we're going to see what the call is here. Looks like a foul on the Deacons.
See, fouls are going to be an Achilles heel in this game.
They really have. The Deacons have taken just too many. That one is on Jake Reinholtz. And now Carter Fow goes up. Can't put that one away, but great rebounding from Jelnick. And he'll go to the line to shoot two as he was fouled, trying to grab the rebound. That was on Shane Downhauer, his first of the half. Jelnick hits that one. See the replay there, just too much contact from the Deacons. Jelnick can't make the second. Started off with some real trouble shooting free throws, but then he really got hot. Just can't make that second one, so the Deacons go to work. Chrisman to Reinholtz. Reinholtz along the baseline, and he appears to have stepped out of bounds. I take that back. He was fouled by Joe Pistorius. A little bit of a different outcome there. As Seville inbounds to Reinholtz. Now over to Downhauer. To Chrisman. Cava. Cava driving forward, and he gets that one in. Jake Cava with a fantastic effort going towards the basket. Pistorius. Over to Fow. To Aiden. Aiden to Simone. Simone. That one off the back of the iron, and Cava's there for the rebound.
Taking down this West Fargo powerhouse has been a very big, daunting task for the Shanley Deacons tonight.
Don't want to be intimidated. Chrisman almost had two there, but then he's fouled as he tries again. So good break for Shanley there. And Hunter, you've got a point. This is a West Fargo team that finished second in the EDC last year, fifth at state. It is no easy task to try to dethrone them as one of the key players in the EDC. Caleb Chrisman doesn't seem intimidated, however, as he knocks down that free throw. Can't make the second, though. Deficit is 18. Pistorius to Aiden for a long three. That one just can't get in. Seville now. Downhauer with some nice moves. Goes up and he's got two.
Very nice move by Downhauer right
How
there.
about that? Goes behind the back, driving forward, and
Very slick.
Shane Downhauer giving some momentum back to the Deacons. Now Jake Cava takes it for Shanley. Cam Seville now over to Chrisman. Chrisman can't knock down the three, and Fau takes the rebound. Pistorius can't get the two. Downhauer with the rebound. Now to Reinholtz. Reinholtz for two on a quick play, and he's got it. Great job by Shanley. They're going on a run.
Official timeout.
And now we've got an official timeout.
Substitution for the Packers, number 3, Bennett Benson.
Not quite sure there. We have a substitution, though. Nonetheless, the Deacons bring this deficit down to 14 with some great play on these last few possessions. West Fargo, great effort inside. They were denied, but then it was Aiden who went up, and now Jake Reinholtz with some crazy moves, and he answers right back for Shanley.
Looks like the bench was loving that play right there, too.
For sure, this Deacon bench is very active, but Chrisman attempting to make the defensive play fouls.
Fouls on number 52,
And Simone will go to the line to shoot.
13 foul. Agronomen Simone shooting 2.
Simone can't knock down that first one. See the foul there, Chrisman just brings his arm down and makes big contact with Simone. Easy call for the officials. Wolf comes in for the Deacons now. Simone, he hits his second one. Seville carries for the Deacons. To Cava, over to Reinholtz. Outside to Downhauer, corrals a high pass. Back to Seville. Downhauer for three. Took that one from a bit of a distance, and it's just off the mark. Quick opportunity for West Fargo as Simone goes up. He can't make it, but Jelnick grabs the rebound. Puts it back with 14 to go. Seville's pass is knocked away by West Fargo. Good defensive play from Simone. Cava gives to Downhauer. Downhauer with some quick moves, loses control but is able to regain it. Gives it to Reinholtz, who drives forward. And it looks like he was fouled along the way.
It's his 3rd personal.
That foul was on Simone, who's got his 3rd. Seville to Cava. Quick shot
Very
from
nice
Cava.
move. Beautiful move by the Deacons right there. That's the kind of plays they're looking for.
For sure. Deacons trying to get any points they can get, and they're doing it in some creative ways so far. Simone with the give for three. That one is overshot, but now an opportunity for Jelnick, who gets the two. Benson couldn't connect on the three, but Jelnick is able to put the ball away, and now West Fargo takes a timeout. So the Deacons have they've done a nice job getting points, which was their big issue in the first half. And their defense was strong to begin with, but now they're letting West Fargo take some ground. So what do they have to do to tighten up their defensive perimeter?
You know, I really wonder what Coach Alderman said to the Deacons in the locker room at halftime, but I think what West Fargo really needs to do to stop this Deacon really spurt of energy right now is to just keep the tight D going. I mean, they held them to 28 points already, but I mean, they could hold them to just that, if not any less.
For sure. 13:21 remaining in this one. If the Deacons can keep up this level of intensity, this one is far from over. But they've just got to sustain it now, and they do have to tighten up that D. Shanley breaks their huddle now. Chrisman goes down court to inbound. Gives to Reinholtz. Reinholtz now. Gives to Cava. Cava with a nice pass to Wolf. That one is lost. Now the ball's on the ground. Who's got it? Jump ball, they say.
They look kind of familiar from the first period. Kind of like a buttered up ball, like you said.
Definitely. That first half, we saw a lot of balls sliding around on the ground, and this half's no exception. Cava takes it, gives to Wolf. Now to Downhauer. Over to Cava for three. That one is just off, but Kevin Wolf is there to rebound. Wolf fights, keeping the ball in his hands, and he's got two.
Wow.
What effort from Kevin Wolf.
With the fadeaway shot.
Now West Fargo goes to work. Simone to Fau. Gets that one off to Benson. Can't make the three. Cava gives to Downhauer. Downhauer with a great pass, but Wolf isn't there. Just a little miscommunication, and take a look at this replay. Look at the effort by Kevin Wolf as he falls to the ground, still gets the shot away.
Yeah, Kevin Wolf using his big size to his advantage right there, too.
Wolf, another one of those dual sport athletes, a first-team All-State selection in football. Simone thought about the three. Tight defense from Downhauer. He goes up for two, can't get it, grabs his own rebound, but loses it, and Caleb Chrisman has it. He gives to Reinholtz. Reinholtz now trying to get separation, does a nice job, but he misses the shot, and Kevin Wolf is there for the rebound, and he puts it away. Simone to Benson. Jelnick over to Simone. Simone inside quick to Fau. Benson now has the ball knocked away by Downhauer. Great defensive play by the Deacons. Cava now going up. Can't connect. But it appears to have been fouled there. See, just another great play from Kevin Wolf. Really, really good play underneath the basket.
Looks like the Shanley Deacons almost have had a little fire underneath their britches now, so they really got going in the second period, or second half, I should say.
For sure. You know, you're the one who said it. You got to wonder what Coach Alderman told his boys in the locker room. Whatever he said, it certainly worked as the Deacons are playing with a new fire. If you didn't hear, that last foul was on Simone, who took his fourth, and Pistorius just lowers his shoulder. Oh my. That was some contact. Pistorius takes his fourth foul. All of a sudden, these fouls are really mounting. Take a look at this replay. Pistorius has an opportunity, and Downhauer stands his ground and just goes down. Now Reinholtz. Cava, some nice dribbling, but he loses it. Opportunity for Sufi, who goes up, but good defense from Reinholtz. It'll be Packer ball.
Very nice defensive play. Shutting
sure.
Sufi out on that one.
Looked like certain points, but Reinholtz came out of nowhere and knocked it away.
He
Now
did.
foul with it. Lost the ball there,
Fouls on number 10, Jake
but he was
Reinholtz.
fouled by Reinholtz.
Fourth foul.
A nice defensive play answered with a foul, however. Johnson over to Aiden inside the foul. Foul hasn't knocked away by Cava. Ball's on the ground. It'll be jump ball.
Jump ball alternating possession. It'll stay Packer basketball.
Stays Packer ball.
It's number 14, Cam Seville.
And now Cam Seville comes in for the Deacons. 10:53 remaining. Jelnick over to Johnson. West Fargo, nice passing here, but looking for an opportunity. Jelnick goes up and he's got two. The Deacons now look to answer. Chrisman for three, that one's off mark. Reinholtz, though, is there to put it away. Deacons staying in this one. Packers now taking their time. Jelnick over to Johnson. Now the shot for three. Aiden can't connect, and Reinholtz does a great job getting the rebound. Pass over to Cava inside to Seville, who gets rejected. And Reinholtz is there to make the defensive play, but he can't get to the ball in time, and he runs halfway up the stands.
Reinholtz just coming out of nowhere on that one.
Can't keep possession, but he does a good job of forcing the ball out. Simone checks back in for the Packers. Got to watch him. He has 4 fouls, if I'm not mistaken. Jelnick to Fow. Fow thought he had a man, but that ball sails past. Miscommunication between Fow and Simone there. And Shane Downhauer checks back in for Shanley. Downhauer to Seville. Seville back to Downhauer. Downhauer back to Seville. Now Reinholtz over to Downhauer for three. Can't connect, but Kevin Wolf is there. Gives to Chrisman to Reinholtz. Reinholtz can't find anyone, so he takes it himself. Why not? And he connects.
Looked like a game of hot potato out there pretty much.
No kidding. And Jake Reinholtz there for a nice defensive play. He has been throwing his arms out all night, making good contact with the ball. See the replay there? Just a heads-up play. Now West Fargo trying to answer back. Foul. Over to Simone. Out to Jelnick. Over to Johnson. And now the shot from Simone. Oh, and it goes in.
Rolls in.
Little bit of suspense there on that shot. Would it go in or would it not? It does, however, find its way in as Wolf now had Chrisman, but it goes right through his arms. 8:25 remaining now. The Deacons need some points. Driving along the baseline, an opportunity now as foul goes up. Fouled and gets the two.
Don't forget to tune in this Friday, January 8th, for girls varsity basketball versus Wapaton. Live coverage begins at 7:30 p.m. right here on Shanley TV. Also, this Saturday, January 9th, we'll have boys varsity hockey versus West Fargo High School live at 3:15 p.m. right here on ShanleyTV.com. To view all of our upcoming broadcasts, go to ShanleyTV.com and click on the upcoming broadcast tab.
Foul hits that one. Don't forget to check out those broadcasts. We got some great games coming up. Hockey on Saturday should be great. We got Hunter calling that one.
Be a good time.
Wolf with it now for the Deacons. Over to Cava. Cava with some nifty moves. Makes contact but can't connect. And now Wolf and Cava kind of fighting each other for the rebound almost. A travel is called there. Look at that replay. The two Deacon players just both really want that rebound. Not sure if they knew that they were both fighting for it. Tough break now as West Fargo has possession. Simone goes up. And it looks like he was fouled there by Shane Downhauer. Not sure what they saw there. Could have been some contact, didn't have a great view, so nonetheless, the Packers have it, and an open three there, can't connect though. Foul now, and he puts that one away. Creighton foul, good job there. Deacons really need to do something. That one off the hands of Chrisman, that is not what they needed at all. And Foul gets the layup there.
Big layup by Foul.
Number 2, Devin Clement checking in.
Well, the Deacons went on a bit of a run there, but now things have slowed down. They've let some easy points go. They've stopped producing on offense as much as they were, and with 7:16 remaining, Hunter, the Deacons have to do something. What does Coach Alderman do to get his team back in this one?
You know, I think he's trying to say just to stop that very hard powerhouse that just keep driving force that the West Fargo Packers have, and to just really start capitalizing on the easy points that they can get.
For sure, you know, the Deacons just need to be inspired. They need to keep inspired. They came out aggressive. They came out playing well in this second half, but they're just letting too many of the mistakes they had in the first half come through. With 7:16 remaining, it's certainly not impossible, but it's a monumental task, and Coach Alderman's got to be hoping his boys are up for the challenge. Cavanaugh gives to Kleiman. Back to Cava. Over to Seville. Seville to Downhauer. Back to Seville. Goes up for two, and that one just off the rim. Johnson over to Simone. Foul goes up for two, and he's got it. Creighton Foul has just been deadly in the paint. Cavanaugh looking for two for the Deacons. Bit of a mistake there to take that shot. Just a little too aggressive, and that's the fear if you're pulling for the Deacons right now. You don't want them to just start taking any old shot. They need to keep their heads in this one. Now West Fargo they keep on getting their own rebounds. Burning clock as 6:20 remains now. Simone. Inside to Foul. Foul, no opportunity, so he goes outside to Johnson. And a 3-second violation will kill that possession.
You know, I have a feeling that the West Fargo Packers are going to want to put the nail in the coffin and just end this game already.
For sure. Just want to play some tight defense, and you'll see they put the big 6'4" Matt Thompson in there, maybe hoping to get some more defensive blocks and just keep going for those drives in the paint instead of looking for that flashy three-point shooting. Foul there, and the Deacons will inbound. So now Seville over to Thompson. Or not Thompson, rather Downhauer. Downhauer gives to Reinholtz, and he puts that one off the front of the basket. Shanley really having some trouble scoring now. Simone. going up. That one taken away by Downhauer. Opportunity for the Deacons. Downhauer goes up and he can't connect. Johnson with it. Over to Peterson. To Simone. Inside, opportunity. And that was Matt Thompson. Couldn't put it away. But he was fouled there by Cam Seville. 5:16 remaining, and the Deacons are just making a lot of mental errors.
Looks like they're starting to kind of degrade a little bit, maybe.
Thompson can't connect. Cav on the rebound. Deacons need fast points. Over to Downhauer. Downhauer lost possession, but Cava was there to get it. Cava goes up, but he goes to the ground. Foul on West Fargo. Cava will go to the line and see who this foul's on. And the foul's on Jacob Johnson. Cava gets that one. And Cava gets the second. Deacons need it. Peterson. Covered tight by Kleiman, over to Johnson. To Talley. Sufi, over to Thompson. To Peterson. Johnson. The shot from Peterson, and that one is well short.
No, there's a lot of multi-sport athletes for both of these teams here. I mean, I just keep looking on the court and I keep seeing football players, basketball players, soccer players. It's just nuts.
Certainly a lot of great 2- and 3-sport athletes, and Cam Seville goes up that one off the front of the basket. Peterson over to Sufi. Sufi decides he'll take the 3, but he traveled there. So it'll be a Deacon ball with 4:17 to go. Seville over to Kleiman. Back to Seville. To Downhauer for 3. Can't make that one. Peterson with it.
4 minutes left in the half.
My apologies if you've heard me call Peterson Johnson as well as Peterson in this one. We had a bit of confusion on the roster, but we're pretty sure that's Peterson. West Fargo taking their time, and that ball goes out of bounds. 3:44 remaining. Went off a hand of a Deacon. So Peterson inbounds to Talley. Johnson goes up, a good effort, but he can't connect. Thompson tries, and that one off the back of the iron.
You know, I really applaud these refs. They've been calling a very fair game. You know, there's some of those games that you get where the refs are really biased and really go to one team or another.
Thompson now at the line. That one off the back of the iron.
Checking in for the Packers, number 20, Cooper, via custody. Also in number 3, Bennett Benson.
Chiwakowski comes in now for West Fargo. Thompson can't make that one, so the lead stays at 22. Johnson to Benson. Inside to Chiwakowski, outside to Peterson. And a foul there on Thompson will send him back to the line. Fouls on Downhauer, his 3rd of the evening. And coming in for the Deacons, Will Kenny along with Jake McKeever. Kenny, the senior, comes in, and he is just a huge leader for this team. We've talked about it before, and the leadership he brings to this team is absolutely unmatched. It's just so valuable, and it's really important keeping the Deacons' spirits up when they're down, keeping them in games. Just a good job by Will Kenny being a great leader. Nowak gives to Kenny, over to Cava. Over to Kenny. And Kenny will go to the line here.
Kenny looking to score his first points of the game here.
Foul was on Matt Thompson. And Kenny can't connect on the free throw. Peterson gives to Johnson. Over to Benson. West Fargo is burning some clock here, being patient. Johnson over to Chiwakowski. Peterson for three. That one just off the front of the iron. Cava was there, the ball bouncing around, but the Deacons get possession. So Kleiman gives to Cava with a great pass to McKeever. And Jake McKeever has got his first points of the evening.
2:10 left on the clock.
You know, McKeever, a 6'4" sophomore, no doubt he's a big piece of the Deacons' future.
Exactly.
Want to get him some playing time here, and he's capitalizing on it.
Same with Cava. You know, future is always everything for the future of the game of the team, you know.
Yeah, and the Deacons do have a lot of young depth. Same for West Fargo. We're seeing some good young players out there. As you said with Jake Cava, he's not just getting some playing time now. He's been playing a large part of this game and most of the games this season. 1:46 remaining. Now we're hearing some substitutes by the Deacons, looking to get some young players in, as we mentioned. You'll hear some of those names. Aaron Seafelt coming in, along with Tom Erie and Austin Yagi. For those of you who tuned in during the football season, I'm sure you heard Tom Erie's name called quite a bit, as he was a key contributor for the Deacons, leading the team in interceptions. Very vital member of that football team, and now they're hoping to turn him into one of the key members of this basketball team. Deacons take it now. It's Nowak. He gives to Yagi, over to Erie, to Seafelt. Seafelt to Nowak. Nowak goes up, goes to the ground. Good rebound by McKeever, and it'll be a jump ball.
Nowak just trying not to get stepped on right there.
Yeah, went to the ground hard. A lot of feet moving his way. Minute 30 remaining. Seafelt looking for someone to give it to. That one blown dead, however. And Kenny will go to the line as there was a foul there.
Number 30, Alex Talley.
That was on Alex Talley, second in the evening. Kenny still trying to find his first points of the game. And he just can't connect. Chiwakowski inbounding. Gives to Peterson. Over to Johnson. Back to Chiwakowski. To Peterson. Great pass inside. Talley goes up. Buries that one. But that one won't count, as it appears there was a travel there. So Nowak has it for the Deacons. Nowak goes up, and he's got that one. Zach Nowak gets two there. Deacons' first points in a while. Really have a scoring drought here in the latter half of the second. under a minute remaining now. Chiwakowski inside, he's got 2. Erie with it, over to Yagi. Over to Erie. Erie for 3, and he buries that one. Tom Erie with the 3-pointer.
That's good to see right there.
Yeah, good play out of a young player, giving a little life to this Shanley team. Got the crowd real fired up there. 25 seconds remaining. Tally with it for the Packers. Looks like West Fargo is just going to try to hold this one and run out the clock. Three, 2, and 1. That will do it at McCormick Gymnasium. Your final score, West Fargo Packers 61, Shanley Deacons 45. Well, the Packers edged the Deacons there, and it really came in the last part of that first half. We saw a good comeback coming from the Deacons, but in the end, it just wasn't enough as they ended up making some of the same mistakes they made in the first half. But who were some of those key contributors for Shanley who gave them a little bit of hope there in the second half?
Well, Shanley, the key contributors were number 10, Jake Reinholtz, and number 12, Shane Downhauer. Reinholtz had 10, and Downhauer had 9. You know, they were both the key players in the first half also.
For sure, on the West Fargo side of things, Creighton Fow dropped 25 points. Ahmed Aiden had 16. We saw him explode in that first half. To the Deacons' credit, they did a good job of slowing him down, holding him to only 2 points in the second half. But they can't say the same about Creighton Fow, along with Tyson Jelnick, who had 10. In the end, the West Fargo attack was just too much for Shanley to handle. It led to some trouble on defense and offense. In the end, West Fargo edged the Deacons. So, EDC implications, we see the Deacons take their second loss of the season. West Fargo improves to 5-1 as Shanley falls to 5-2, moving them down into third in the EDC. The Deacons will be back, however, and West Fargo certainly has some more confidence coming out of this one. For Hunter Mathias and our entire crew, with that crew, I'd like to thank a few people. We've got Chris Cadlick running the camera here, Jamie Machenbacher taking stats. Huge shout out to Miss Ebinger, our advisor tonight. Thank you so much for coming in. Gabe Thomas, of course, our technical director, Sarah Lepore. And for Hunter Mathias, your final score from Fargo, Shanley Deacons 45, West Fargo 61.